I'm lasering this shit. I'm lasering this
Yes,
shit.
yes, 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 yes.
Yo, I'm cracking.
Yo, they got out, they're all on there.
Me too.
Yeah, nah, fuck it. You wanna just get down there and just say fucking, dude?
Yes.
Fuck
Let's
it,
kill them.
dude.
Yo, I'm crashing.
Got one? Who you think you shooting at?
Yeah, they broke it,
Bitch.
They just broke mine.
Well, there's some pug-faced bitches.
Yep.
Jaden. Yo, I just got
Yeah,
sniped.
there's one sneaking up on me. There's one sneaking up on me, I know. He failed though. Let's go in with Jack and make sure he's okay.
Yeah. I'm getting sniped at.
I'm super fucking cracked. Yo, they're flying away. I'm not letting that happen again. Where do you think you're going, buddy?
Got this guy.
kid.
Jaden.
I need a kill. Where's the other guy?
Jaden,
The other guy ran.
jump. Yo, look.
Oh, I'm getting this tack. Let's go.
Jack, look.
Yeah, they're near.
Oh, I see one. Let me kill him. I didn't get a kill yet.
On me. Come on. Come on, finish me.
Oh,
Somebody
pick
rest.
him up and bring
Just
him in
rest,
here.
just rest.
Pick him up and bring him.
Oh, you're dead.
I got him.
you're
I'm
dead.
dead.
He's dead.
Oh my god, bro. Just take my grappler. I don't even care no more. You gotta win this, guys. Take
Yeah,
my
we got
pump.
We got this. Oh, let me get this rocket launcher. Let's go.
Dude, take his pump.
I got a purple tack. I'm good.
Yo, can y'all reboot me?
Yeah.
Yes, we
Yo.
can reboot you.
Wait, hold on. I'm getting shot at. King, yo, you're gonna have to build around me. Oh.
Yo, there's a shotgun. Don't worry, there's a shotgun. I already saw the shotgun.
Where's the campfire? I need a campfire badly. Fuck it. What's in this chest? Please give me heals.
Yes,
Let's go.
I'm gonna use a medkit too. I'm gonna have 2 left after I use this one.
Yo, there's a campfire right next to y'all. Y'all know that, right?
What?
Yeah, I don't know where it is though. Doesn't need
Frick it. We don't need it.
I just saw it.
Just try to reboot me.
I think I know where it is too. Oh god, we can get you. It's in the thing, I think. Oh no.
Nah, Jack's risking it. Nah, Jack has a grappler. Just build a ramp.
Jack's good. Jack's a legend too, just like me.
Jack, you're a
I see a
legend.
guy. I see a loner. He's got a sniper, so watch out.
Just jump out, dude.
I got him.
Y'all got attacked, don't worry.
He was by himself, and now he's dead.
Please
Don't
tell me
take my
he
loot
had.
though.
Please tell
Did
me
he have
he
loot
had
for what's his name?
heals.
Did he have?
He had a. Oh my god! No! Yo,
Coming,
yo,
I'm coming.
please. I'm getting sniped at, dude. Fuck no! They're gonna thirst me.
I'm gonna shoot at him.
Oh my god.
They actually just targeted me.
Yo, I'm gonna take your loot. I need it, bro.
Go ahead, bro. Just take
I'm gonna
everything.
take Sky Scar.
Take literally everything.
No, this isn't happening. I'm not letting this happen. Yo, let me get his rockets. Drop your
Yeah,
rockets.
yeah.
Drop all of your rockets.
You got everything, right, King?
And get ready to the launch pad. We're gonna have to launch pad out of here.
King, take that fucking grappler, dude. Kings, yo.
I
Somebody take
can't.
that
I'm taking the
fucking
grappler. I'm taking the grappler because
Yo, I need ammo. For mine.
What
For
you
what?
mean?
Scar.
Here. They're just spamming. They're not even.
Yo,
good.
Jaden, right here.
Yo, launch out. Launch the fuck out. I knew
right
I
here,
needed
right here, get
heals,
ready.
bro.
Jaden, come back.
He's
Over here.
already placed a launch pad, dude, and you just wasted.
I didn't even know. Screw it. We gotta kill these guys. Where are they?
Come on, bro. I was already low. Yo, he's pretty low. He's rezzing. Man, that's it. Come on, Jaden.
Yeah, we lost.
Oh my god, bro. We got
you was
second.
second place?
I didn't even
told
realize.
I told you.
Bro, I
we
would've went
lost this
tryhard.
game. It was from some garbage. We just
Yo,
lost the game from some
If
garbage.
you would have told me that it was like last people,
Second place? I would've.
I didn't even know. I was trying to go.
I was just being regular.
I killed that one guy on their team. I didn't even realize they were the last team. We need to pay attention to that more. We need to pay attention to the people more.
Yeah, go back to lobby.
For what?
I'll be right back.
Look, he could be in game.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Take a mix of Avatar and Adventure Time. I'm literally 1, 2. I'm literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm literally 10 tiers away from getting Sky. I need to do my challenges. Yeah. What?
Yo, I'm about to make some ramen.
That's what I'm saying. Like, can we take a 5-minute break? Cause I'm kind of hungry.
Yeah, cause I want to watch some. I want to watch some. What's it called? Regular show, and I want to eat some ramen.
Yo, about to make some ramen.
We're all about to make.
No way,
ramen,
we're all about to eat ramen. We're all about to eat ramen.
Yeah, I'll be right back.
Yeah, be right back. Yo, Jaden, should I call you on the Xbox or Snap?
My phone's dead, so just do it Xbox. Yo, you know how you like put the powder in before you before like it starts to boil? Yeah.
Yo.
Yeah.
You got your ramen?
I'm making it now. It still hasn't boiled yet. But it's about to.
I'm done.
I'm putting in all of my, I'm grounding up some pepper right now to put in it, and
Getting the chicken flavored on me right now?
yeah. But I'm adding the extra stuff right now.
Yeah, getting some sun and everything. Oh, I think I did it wrong. Yeah, I'm gonna go on YouTube for a little bit.
Sleeping pills, and 2, she was said to be a very enthusiastic smoker of cigarettes. She was also on the larger side. Let's just say she was flapped. Hey, she was 67 and lived alone. She liked to eat. So the theory goes that she might have taken some of those pills
I know you
and
guys
then
like
fallen
dick up
into
your
a deep
ass.
sleep, as she hardly ever had a cigarette out of her hand.
Yeah.
Making my ramen, I put a bunch of, I put some really good stuff, so I put a bunch of extra stuff in it. It looks really good. I put in some cayenne pepper, Cajun seasoning, red pepper, black pepper,
You put in all those
onion
peppers,
salt.
Connor?
There's adobo, Cajun seasoning, cayenne pepper, black pepper,
Yeah, I put
red pepper, onion salt, and chili powder.
Dang, dude. How about
And then
peppers?
the normal chicken. Yeah, but it's really good. It's like a brown. It's brownish.
He also asked about his shrunken skull. In a normal fire, it would have exploded. He wrote, in presence of heat sufficient to destroy soft tissues, the skull would literally explode into many pieces. I've never known any exception to this rule. That, along with the case in general, has remained a mystery. If you were indeed Sherlock Holmes, you might come up with another theory, which is perhaps darker, but less mysterious. Maybe she was killed by a murderer with some kind of crematorium device. He then decided to not finish the foot, bring back the body to his house, then burn the chair to make it look like the... I've got 5-star Lucius.
Well, I've got Solid.
I've got 5-star Thane.
Well, I've got Solid.
Event had happened in the room. Oh, and of course, not a person saw this. Yep, that doesn't sound too plausible either. Like we said, this case, it seems, is immutably unsolved. As you'll see, there are many such unsolved cases like this one. You won't be surprised to hear that a lot of people think something out of this world made it happen. It does sound like the work of a demon, and hey, if you've seen the horror movie Hereditary, you'll know that demons allegedly get up to such things. You might call this an outlier in terms of theories. It seems that from the first reported case in the 18th century to the present date, there have been 200 cases that looked like internal human combustion. Most experts have no explanation for this in the scientific sense, so they say it doesn't exist, meaning that there has to be external factors at work. At the same time, people have seemingly burned from within, and there has been no easy explanation. People haven't stopped trying to explain, though, and for quite some time. Back in the 19th century, some scientists thought it might have had something to do with alcoholism, but they didn't say exactly how booze could create the mortal bonfire. It just seemed that a lot of these incinerated folks were partial to a drink, or 10. It was a recurring theme, at least. In the British Medical Journal,
You know the Photoshop kid with him with the water going up his ass and then spitting it out of his mouth, Jaden?
He also said that when it occurred, it usually happened to older women. In more recent
You know that image picture of the kid with the water going up his ass and then he like spitting it out of his mouth? The Photoshop image?
Oh, the water?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That shit looks so cool. And it looks like he's pissed, so he's like, ah!
Yeah.
Ken, what are you watching?
Yo, Jack. Jack.
You've seen a few pictures where
Go on
almost
Snap real
entire
quick.
legs survived, but nothing else. The photos showed just ash and legs. There are also
He's
more
back.
cases.
He's back.
This story, reported by the Independent newspaper in the UK in 2017. Here's the first line of the story. A pensioner has died of his injuries after bursting into flames in unexplained circumstances in the London street. We looked into this, and while weird, to say the least, it seems investigators think he somehow managed to set himself on fire. Okay, that's plausible, I guess. But what about Michael Faraday, a man who died not long ago in Ireland, age 76, whose death was called...
God damn, it's so crazy.
Cause what are you watching, Cam?
They have to, so there's this guy named Pretty Boy Fredo.
Yeah.
So they have to outrun this dog, and the further they get, they win $10,000, and they could go up to 20, 30, 40, 5,000, about 50,000.
Said the same thing. Must have been an ignition
I'm getting straight for that 50, cuz.
almighty conflagration. They also ask the same questions they've asked for years, which is, why does internal human combustion not happen more often if it exists? And we found more cases, but we won't describe them all. Video games on a phone? What? Introducing Fight Tactics. Play it now for free on your phone.
Yo, Jack. I'm
What?
gonna call you, but as soon as you video, as soon as I video
That is,
call
they
you,
involved an elderly person
because like I'm in my kitchen right now, and I don't want anyone to hear, because like I don't want to wake anyone up.
But it's unlikely in a few cases that this was the
Where's your brother?
cause of death was often
He's in my
stated as
mom's room, I think.
unknown. We
Sleeping.
should say that we found one case of
With
this
your
happening to
parents?
someone who was just
Oh, there's also
people dying
parsley flakes. It's like
Wait,
it's like
your
a
brother sleeps with your mom?
nah, but he did it today because I guess I don't even know why. He didn't even sleep on the couch. He slept in there. No, he slept on the floor while they slept in the bed.
They have sex.
Recent alternative theory, though, and this was posited by a British biologist named Brian J. Ford. In 2012, he tried to answer the question in The New Scientist of why humans spontaneously combust. He doesn't believe in the wick effect or anything.
Imagine
close to
spontaneously
paranormal. He doesn't
combusting.
buy any of the theories
That would
we've
suck.
so far.
What,
He believes
spontaneously
that the
combusting?
phenomenon could be down to
Yeah,
the
inside of your
something
body.
called acetones being produced by the body. This might happen as a
I'm
result of
running
certain
straight
diets,
to my
diabetes,
fucking shower.
or bruising. This is what he wrote about these things.
Nah, like spontaneous combust, like you're gonna blow up.
Acetone is familiar as nail polish.
Not only are you gonna be on fire, but you're like gonna blow up.
Compound defined in metabolic cycles, but it is always present in the body in small amounts, and it can be
Blow
fused
up
as
or
an agent to
implode?
small living cells.
Blow up.
I'm pretty sure you
You're gonna blow
implode.
up. No, that's not what spontaneous combustion is. Implode isn't. No.
Isn't implode you explode from the inside?
No. Implode is like it comes in. Like it sucks in instead of blowing out.
Oh yeah,
I think.
right. Wait, no, I'm pretty sure it's like exploding inside
Yo,
itself.
accept that call. No, it's not.
He needs some milk.
Yo, accept that call. Jack.
I'm on the call, nigga.
No, on Snap.
Bro, how am I talking to you on Snap then?
What?
I'm on Snap, nigga. You're slow.
You're not joining it.
Yeah, I am. I literally saw your ugly ass.
Okay, well then join it.
I joined.
Oh, okay, there we go. It was lagging.
You hung up.
Okay, you ready to see this? You ready to see this?
You literally hung up.
Okay, damn, relax. I'm getting back into it.
Cause you have no
I
fucking.
don't know what's wrong with this thing. It's so slow.
Yo,
I don't see
yo,
shit.
Jack.
Yeah. Yeah.
When are we playing?
Once we're all done eating.
I
Okay,
just
now
got done my
accept it.
noodles.
Yeah, I answered first thing.
Okay, good. Cause it's, I guess it's lagging or something on mine, cause like I'm still calling.
I don't know why it's still calling. I can see you.
There we go, there we go, there we go. Why can't I go into my round?
Cause nigga, just take a video of that shit.
Okay, yeah. You know what? I don't even care. I'm just not even. I'm hungry as hell. I'm not even gonna do that. But it looks good as hell.
Ramen cup or Gene, is it a ramen cup or nah?
Nah, it's just normal top
No
ramen,
fucking
the one
way,
that you
yo.
cook
It's
and the boil.
literally broad daylight.
Yeah, you didn't know that?
No, I didn't know that. I'm not even tired.
Me either.
You're like past that point where you can just stay up all night and until the other day.
Yeah.
Mm.
I gotta get off soon and start doing my homework.
Nigga, you can actually do your work. I can't.
Nah, I can't. Like, this is gonna be hard. My grandma's gonna have to get me a Chromebook because my brother's gonna be using my mom's. Or no, my grandma's getting my brother a Chromebook from the school or something.
Yeah,
So
my
they're
mom's
picking
doing
it up.
Wait, what?
They're giving
Yeah,
out Chromebooks, I guess, to do your homework and stuff.
Well, at my school, they haven't given out shit. They just gave us these shitty tablets.
They gave you that
to work
Kindle,
on.
yeah. Yeah, they gave you that Kindle.
The Kindle's meant to watch things, not do work.
Exactly.
Fucking retards. They got it because
Let's just
it was
find the
tablets
cheapest
for
way out.
$50.
Let's just find the cheapest way out.
Bro, where the fuck is that Kindle, cuz?
I saw you with it earlier.
It might be downstairs.
It's probably, I think it is
I
downstairs.
can't lose that. I can't lose that. That's school property. And I don't feel like paying $50 for a shitty ass tab.
Yo,
Hmm.
are you done your noodles?
No.
I'm not even started.
God dang, how long does your noodles take?
I'm making my noodles good. Like, I'm taking my time and I'm putting some love in this stuff.
I just rushed mine. 4 minutes.
I'm putting love in mine. I don't know what you put in yours, but I put love in my noodles
I put
and my
salsa
ramen.
and Goya and something else. Yeah, the things I put in my thing were good. But
No,
it's
no,
not
what
that
you gotta
good.
do is, this is what you call death ramen. Butter, mayonnaise, hot sauce, none of the water. Let's see, you need hot sauce. You're gonna need oh my god, dude. I need to ask Leon for the recipe.
Then we won 2 games today?
Yeah.
Wait, we won this one. Like, last one we won, right?
Yeah, the other one.
Low-key, child. I'm not retarded. I'm legit not even retarded.
Me neither. We stay up all night, dude.
Okay, my noodles are done.
Let's get it. Were you just staring at it?
I was letting it cook for a little, like, I let the juice boil longer than I should have. So it's like, I don't even know. I just let it boil for longer this time to see what would happen, and I think it's gonna be better now.
Now the
I let it
noodles
sit
get
for
more
a little
like
bit.
thick. The noodles get
Yeah,
really
I don't
thick.
like that. Nah, that's why I put the noodles in, like, after. Like, I just let the juice boil for a long time, and then I put the noodles in and cooked them real quick. And I don't have any forks. Are you serious right now?
Gotta wash them.
Bro. Yo, you're joking, right? There's gotta be one fork in this, bro. Yeah. I'm not eating my ramen with a spoon.
This nigga cut.
I'm not eating my ramen with a spoon.
How do we only have 2 forks in this entire house? This really BMS.
BMS?
Mm-hmm.
Bull motherfucking shit.
Blow my.
I'm like, yo, why do you let me be like my brother so much, Jaden?
I don't know. I don't really want to. Like, to be honest, with what happened in the last like day or two with Manny and
Those two
Armani.
girls?
Yeah, I don't think. Yeah, I don't. Yeah, that I don't want that.
I've been telling you, nigga, my brother's not a good role model.
What do you do?
Yeah, well, like to be honest,
Okay.
you aren't really either.
Well, I'm kind of better because I literally already know what I want. First off, I can go work for my uncle, cut down trees, and get paid on the spot.
Well, so could he, couldn't he?
Yeah, but like my brother, like I don't know, bro. And like, I can literally do. I can be mechanic, plumbing, like every car's gonna break down. Somebody breaks down on the side of the road, get their number, call them. Be like, all right, I'm gonna need that $50. You know, I need to get my Fortnite skins, bitch. You know, you're actually supposed to swallow ramen.
It's weird.
Not really. I swallow it.
Yo, I remember that part in Naruto Shippuden where you know Ichiraku, how his like daughter like brought in those dipping noodles instead of ramen, and he tried to make his own ramen and he did.
Yeah. I love
What
that
are
shit.
even ramen dipping noodles? I don't even know what that is.
Yeah, that shit was stupid as hell. I remember that episode. And then he was
No,
like, mm.
yo, to be honest, when I was sitting there, I was getting mad because of like how she was doing it. Like, how are you gonna replace Ichiraku ramen with dipping
You
noodles?
know that Ichiraku ramen actually exists, like in real life.
Really?
That's
You gonna get
actually
me
where the
some?
writer. That's actually where the writer used to go after like school, like during like high
That's
school and
nice.
college. And then that's like also where he would go to write the manga for Naruto. And you know that actually Hinata was supposed to be with Sasuke, and Sakura was supposed to be with Naruto because Sakura resembles his wife.
Oh my god.
Yep, thank the fucking Lord. But you know, goddamn that nigga a motherfucking troll. Dude, he
Yeah,
is
he is a
such a
troll.
fucking
He is a
troll.
troll.
I forget his name, but
I'm
yo, he is such a
I'm sorry,
fucking.
but I'm gonna have to meet you guys because I'm gonna watch some regular show.
Jack, just let me know when you're done.
I just realized why I'm not eating that fast because I'm also not even watching shit.
Layers of fat and on clothes. He said even static electricity produced by combing your hair or removing certain clothes might ignite the stuff, not to mention lighting a cigarette. And voila, the conflagration commences. He actually put this to the test in a lab and concluded for the very first time we have plausible models for spontaneous human combustion, which offers a natural metabolic explanation for this well-documented phenomenon. Are you convinced by any of these theories, or do you have your own? Tell us in the comments. Now go watch our episode on the weirdest brain disorder.
Sorry, Mimi.
Christina!
We all need it, and most of us could use more. We're talking about sleep. It's estimated that we spend about 1/3 of our lives sleeping, yet it remains a mysterious process. Night after night, we shut down for several hours during sleep, and everything from hormone release to tissue repair goes on in our body without us even noticing it. Our brains generate dreams that many of us can hardly remember or make sense of. There are also nightmares, sleep disorders, and so much more. We still have so much to learn about why we sleep and how sleep works, writes clinical psychologist Michael J. Bruce in a Psychology Today article. Because there is still so much that is unknown about sleeping, it's understandable that myths about sleep have emerged over the years. We'll discuss some of these myths in this episode of the Infographic Show. 12 myths about sleep that you didn't know. 12. People who are not early risers are not living right. There's been much debate over who is better off in life, early risers or larks, or late risers, night owls. It turns out that your health and success in life are not determined solely by what time in the morning you get up. According to a BBC article, there's a study that showed night owls are as healthy and wise as morning types, and a little bit wealthier. Examples of successful night owls include BuzzFeed CEO Jonah Peretti, author James Joyce, and Winston Churchill. And not everyone is meant to be an early riser. What determines whether or not you are is something called a chronotype. Sleep expert Dr. Colleen Carney describes it as a sleep window inside of us. She explains that it's genetic and developmental factors also play a role. For instance, young children tend to go to sleep earlier and rise earlier, but the internal sleep clock shifts in puberty, so that teens want to sleep later and rise later. 11. Getting less than 8 hours of sleep a night is bad for you. While some people need 8 hours of sleep to feel refreshed, other people can get by with a little less sleep. You might even live longer if you sleep a little less. A 2002 study of 1.1 million participants between the ages of 30 and 102 revealed that those who had 6 or 7 hours had a lower death rate than those who regularly slept 8 or more hours or less than 4. The mortality rate creeps up for people who sleep too little or too much. The NHS discusses studies that link a short sleep of less than 6 hours to a 12% increased risk of death, and a long sleep of 9 hours or more to a 30% increased risk of death. However, the NHS cautions that sleep needs vary by age and other factors, so don't think that you are more likely to die early if you...
So just lying down, we're going to focus the attention on the different parts of the body, watching as they switch off for the night, starting down at the feet, muscles in the toes and the arches switching off, the legs, any tension just dissolving as the calves and thighs power down, the muscles in the lower back and the stomach switching off. Now the chest and upper back switching off. The shoulders, the arms, the hands and fingers just switching off. The face, the eyes, the mouth, any tension just melting away as the muscles switch off, shut down, at rest for the night.
Don't follow the standard pattern for sleep. 10. When you wake up at night, you lose sleep for only the amount of time you were awake. Getting up for even 15 minutes in the middle of the night can cause you to wake up feeling tired. As anyone who has cared for a newborn can tell you, you will feel even more fatigued if you wake up several times a night. According to one source, a 2014 study of people who had 8 hours of interrupted sleep and those who had only 4 hours of sleep showed that the mood and attention of folks with interrupted sleep were just as bad as those who slept for only 4 hours. Depression and irritability were common in both groups, and their ability to perform an attention task got worse the longer they kept at it. 9. Cats will suck the breath out of an infant while the infant sleeps. This myth has its origins in superstition, and a few accounts of infants who were found dead with a pet cat on their chests or faces. According to Snopes, one theory for why cats do this is it's because they're jealous of the attention that the baby is getting, and the cat wants to eliminate the competition. Snopes acknowledges that cats could, upon extremely rare instances, accidentally cause a death by smothering, but cats do not do it with malice aforethought. It also turns out that 2 accounts of infants suffocated by cats turned out not to be true. One case presented in a 1929 article in the Nebraska State Journal was empathetically denied by the doctor who supposedly described the incident. In the December 2000 case of 6-week-old Kieran Payne, who was found dead in his crib with the family cat laying on the baby's face, pathologists discovered that it was not the cat, but sudden infant death syndrome that killed him. 8. Eating cheese before bedtime gives you nightmares. There have been a few studies to determine the accuracy of this myth, and the results are mixed. In a 2015 study of 396 freshman college students, 17.8% of them blamed cheese and other dairy products for causing both disturbing and bizarre dreams. However, a 2005 study of 200 people by the British Cheese Board showed none reported nightmares, and many had pleasant night reveries, according to a Live Science article. Different cheeses had different effects on dreams, with Blue Stilton producing the trippiest dreams of things like warrior kittens and vegetarian crocodiles. This limited research seems to indicate that eating cheese before bedtime may cause a few people to have bad dreams, but not everyone else, but is ultimately likely nothing more than a placebo effect caused by people knowing ahead of time about the myth. 7. Feeling tired is the only long-term effect of not getting enough sleep. While weariness is an
I've got 5-star Lucius.
Well, I've got Solus.
I've got 5-star Thane.
Well, I've got Solus.
I've got 5
obvious consequence of sleep deprivation. It's not the only one. A Business Insider article describes some other negative health effects of a lack of sleep, including memory problems, increased cancer risk, depression and anxiety, heart disease, and Alzheimer's linked buildups in the brain. Deprive yourself of too much sleep and you could die. In 2012, Time reported that a Chinese soccer fan died from exhaustion after staying up 11 nights in a row in an attempt to watch every single European Championship game. Keep that in mind the next time you want to binge watch Stranger Things. 6. Sleeping pills are a good way to deal with insomnia. It is tempting to take a sleeping pill if you're having trouble falling asleep, but you are better off not doing it. First of all, sleeping pills do not really help you sleep. In his book, Why We Sleep, Unlocking the Power of Sleep and Dreams, UC Berkeley neuroscience and psychology professor Matthew Walker argues that people who take sleeping pills like Ambien are sedated rather than sleeping. It's not the same type of rest that we get when we fall asleep on our own. Second, it's important to keep in mind that sleeping pills, like any other medication, pose health risks for those taking them. According to an independent article, some research indicates that zolpidem, Ambien, may weaken the brain cell connections associated with learning. It may be causing memory damage over time. Sleep expert Dr. Daniel Kripke states that the risk of death from taking sleeping pills 30 times or more a month was not much less than the risk of smoking a pack of cigarettes a day. 5. You should never wake a sleepwalker. People are afraid to wake up sleepwalkers because of stories that doing so could harm the sleepwalker. One sleep website states urban legends suggest that waking a sleepwalker could cause a heart attack, coma, or even brain damage, but also describes these outcomes as highly unlikely. One common recommendation for dealing with the sleepwalker is to try to guide the sleepwalker back to bed, because this is easier than waking a sleepwalker up, as sleep scientist Dr. Mark Malwold says in a Live Science article. While it wouldn't necessarily hurt to try to wake a sleepwalker, it's notoriously difficult to rouse them in this state. Some sleepwalkers may react violently to being awaked, so if you decide to wake up a sleepwalker, make sure you do it out of their reach and with
Chat.
noise so that you don't get hit accidentally. 4.
Right.
The moon affects people's
I'll
You're
touch
gonna-
you sleep.
This myth has
No,
been
no,
passed
no,
off
again.
as fact in a number of news articles. There have been a few studies about this issue, but they are problematic. According to a Live Science article, there was a 1999 study suggesting that people tended to suffer sleep deprivation around the time of full moon, but there's no evidence that the findings of the study have been tested or verified with any numbers or rigorous study of any kind. Other recent studies provided contradictory results. One small study of 33 volunteer adults in 2013 found that the participants slept less during the full moon, even when they could not see the moon and were not aware of the current lunar phase. While another broad review of sleep moon research in 2014 by the Max Planck Institute of Psychiatry revealed no statistically significant correlation between the lunar cycle and sleep. 3. You swallow 8 spiders per year when you sleep. You'll probably be relieved to know this myth has been debunked by spider experts. According to a Scientific American article, the myth flies in the face of both spider and human biology. Rod Crawford, the arachnid curator at the Burke Museum of Natural History and Culture, explains that a sleeping person is not something a spider would willingly approach. This is especially true if the person is snoring. The noise would scare it away. In addition, most people would feel a spider crawling on their faces and wake up. While it's certainly possible for a person to swallow a spider, there's a sore lack of eyewitness for such a frequent event as 8 spiders a year. 2. Humans can't sleep upright. It's not easy, but it is possible for humans to sleep upright. In a BBC article, sleep expert Dirk-Jan Dijk said, "We can sleep in a chair. We can sleep standing up, but we're not as good at it as other creatures, for example, birds." There's some support for Dyk's statement. It's common practice for Buddhist monks to sleep upright. They have a special meditation box that'll...
Like to play a game.
Allows them to sit up and sleep in a posture that supposedly helps them wake up refreshed. There are also anecdotal stories of people who are able to sleep standing up. BBC reports that soldiers on sentry duty are among those who have been known to take 40 winks standing up. The main problem with both types of upright sleeping is that it's difficult to reach REM sleep, but not reaching REM sleep in this situation might be good in terms of safety. You lose muscle tone when you're in REM sleep, so you might find yourself falling down unless you have something to prop you up. 1. People can't sleep with their eyes open. This myth is not true. According to one source, a condition called nocturnal lagophthalmos can cause people to sleep with their eyes open. Their eyes may be fully or partially open because of an inability for the eyelid to close completely. It's considered a form of facial paralysis brought on by a variety of factors, including Bell's palsy, infection, stroke, surgery, and trauma. Sleeping with eyes open also occurs in instances of sleepwalking. A Psychology Today article notes that sleepwalking usually is an eyes-open behavior. Sleepwalkers need to have their eyes open to be able to get around and perform routine tasks, such as eating and even driving. One source describes how sleep drivers may look glassy and dazed, but they can still literally see things in front of them. You're at school, or perhaps work. You're giving an important presentation in front of a crowd of people, and you suddenly realize that you're naked. Though the details may be different, many people around the world have had this common dream. Researchers largely believe that this dream is about vulnerability, anxiety, or worry. What if in the middle of a naked in public dream, you could be conscious that you're in a dream and even change the outcome of the dream? Instead of feeling humiliated or maybe even waking up still cringing with embarrassment, you can change the course of the dream. Maybe you could snap your fingers and suddenly be wearing a tuxedo. Or maybe you turn into an animal, or even fly away. Lucid dreaming is when you're aware that you're in a dream. Lucid dreaming ranges from a faint recognition that you're in a dream to fully controlling your actions, people, or objects in the dream or the dream itself. At some point in their lives, most people will have a lucid dream. Children tend to have them more easily and with greater frequency than adults. Researchers think this is because children have more active imaginations than adults. Sometimes taking certain medications triggers people to experience intense lucid dreams. You can train yourself to have lucid dreams. At first, you may simply become aware that you're in a dream, but over time, you can learn to control your actions within your dreams. Advanced lucid dreamers may direct not only their actions, but the narrative of the dream itself. Although not much is known about lucid dreaming, or even dreaming in general, researchers believe that lucid dreaming may be therapeutic. While dreaming, your subconscious mind is processing the events of the day. While lucid dreaming, you may experience emotions, make decisions, or practice conclusions that provide insight and may even help you to resolve situations in real life. Let's discuss how we sleep and explore some ways to begin lucid dreaming. While after trying these techniques, you may begin to have lucid dreams immediately, for some people it can take weeks, if not months, before they begin to have lucid dreams. A common problem is that the moment in the dream you become aware that you're in a dream, you wake up. It can take time to learn to continue to dream and broaden the internal awareness of when you're in a dream. Also, it'll take time to learn to guide your actions or the direction of the dream. So, don't be discouraged if the dream life doesn't change right away. A dream can be defined as a series of thoughts, images, ideas, emotions, and sensations that occur in your mind during various phases of sleep. For millennia, poets, philosophers, scientists, and religious leaders have tried to make sense of dreams. When you lay down and fall asleep at night, your body goes through 4 stages of sleep. Stages 1, 2, and 3, and REM. Stage 1 is the lightest stage of sleep. You're drowsy, transitioning between sleep and waking. Your muscles relax, your brain waves and eye movements slow. This stage is brief, often lasting less than 10 minutes. You can easily be roused. Sometimes people experience muscle spasms and hypnic jerks. A cat nap generally takes place in this stage of sleep. Stage 2 is still considered light sleep, although it's a deeper state than stage 1. For most people, this comprises roughly 40 to 60% of total sleep time. In this stage, the brain experiences sudden increases in brainwave frequency, known as sleep spindles, before slowing down. A power nap generally falls into stage 2. Stage 3 is considered restorative sleep.
Yeah,
This
I'm
is where
going
the
to
body
sleep,
gathers
alright?
energy for the next day, makes repairs to the flesh, stimulates growth, development, and boosts immune function. It makes up 5 to 15% of a night's sleep. Children and teens spend